Сонце снежный день, и дети с гор на саночках летят, и мерзнет нос, и мерзнут лапы, но Нью-Йорк блестит опять.
You recently performed in Moscow, Russia, and it's the first time you'd been back there since your family emigrated to the US some 22, 23 years ago.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
It just feels like a crazy giant circle has been completed. In the time when I was leaving, it was still Soviet Union, so I kind of came to terms with the fact that you're never gonna get to go back. It was just like when Super Mario eats that crazy thing and then he goes super fast. And it was like that, you know, my emotions were just all going like triple time. I kind of held it together on stage and I played my show. I walked out to this place where they sort of were like, kind of created like a makeshift little green room for all this like family and friends of friends and my parents' college friends and all these people that I used to see around the house as a kid, and they were all part of my life. And then I walked out and it was like, this is your life, childhood edition. I just didn't stop crying for like the next 3 hours. I felt like the whole time I was in Russia, I was either eating cold borscht or crying. I went back to the house where I grew up. Even though things changed so much visually, a lot of them didn't. You know, it wasn't like my old neighborhood was leveled and everything looked different. Even a lot of the trees that I remember were exactly where I left them.
So your new album, What We Saw from the Cheap Seats. What do you see from the cheap seats?
No, don't do that to me. Don't do that. It's really hard because every time I name a record, it's always like kind of conceptual and abstract. I like that about lyrics. I like that about sort of songs that you don't have to explain and that they're just kind of out there, limitless, not dragged down by your own attempts to explain them or classify them.
You could just answer the question by saying absolutely nothing. Because I've sat in the cheap seats before and you do see nothing.
You see stuff.
Empathizing with works of art in museums?
It's actually interesting because a lot of people have been asking me about that song, and they sort of have taken me to be some revolutionary who wants like to close all the museums and like throw all the works of art back into the sea to like swim away.
The video is very cool. I really liked all the hair blowing back.
It was very glamorous.
Yeah, it was very glamorous. We don't normally see you like
I actually resisted that a lot. I fought it. I think that I love making videos, but I hate looking at myself in videos, so.
Do you not ever think of yourself as glamorous?
No, no way.
Always perform with your eyes closed. Is that still the case?
Yeah, most of the time. Sometimes I get into a mood where I could keep them